Well, this is the third budget in a row where the governor's focus has been protecting millionaires over everyone else. It's not the income tax that's the problem in this state, it's the property tax. And I don't know anyone that's screaming for an income tax cut, but I sure know people are crying to help property taxes. His focus is wrong, but again, he's looking to promote a income tax scheme that protects the wealthy again. There's too many people in the middle class that are suffering for the benefit of the wealthy in this state. So for the job creators that the governor touted his numbers for unemployment, they're still higher than the national average. We've coddled millionaires long enough in this state. We don't need to give them any further tax cuts at the expense of the middle class. He's wrong, and we're not going to stand back and support an income tax cut that's only going to benefit the wealthy and give crumbs to the middle class. Speaker?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. In fairness, you all know that a budget address is merely that. It is a speech. In the next 10 days, the legislature anticipates receiving the budget document where the detail exists. Without question, we did not hear today any semblance of a plan from the governor to reduce property taxes in this state. Every media outlet, every analyst, every public policy think tank in this state has identified property taxes as the stranglehold on all people across all economic levels and across the geography of the state. We also heard the governor propose an income tax. We know, we have documented, we've talked about it since the budget address, we've talked about it since the State of the State address, that for a family, average earning family in New Jersey, $50,000 a year, $80 returned over the course of the next 3 years. That is not acceptable. The legislature now has the ball in its court, and we will prioritize what is most important to the citizens of this state. Property tax reduction, without question, property tax reduction, and addressing the issue of education funding. We heard a lot of talk about restoration and elevating and more money being put in. If you examine the budgets that we've received during Governor Christie's tenure, he is merely putting back on the table money that was taken away from citizens over the past 2 years.
Right.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Yes, the people of New Jersey deserve a tax cut. The governor said that many times during the course of his speech. But we Democrats know that the tax cut that the people of New Jersey want is a cut in their property taxes. It is not $7,000 for millionaires and $80 for working people. And I just want to make one other comment because it kind of struck me. The working poor don't get their earned income tax credit back until 2014, but the millionaires will get their tax cut in 2013.
It's property taxes, property taxes, property taxes. For a family making $150,000 in New Jersey, strong middle-class family, the governor has promised them $70 back in 2013. So when the governor stands and says, why can't we give them their money back, and why are we continuing to be like Trenton politicians, the governor has become one. This is the third budget address I've seen this governor do, and there's one constant. Half of it doesn't make any sense, and I got to figure out how to pay for the other half when he's done. The reality is that this governor has put us into a situation where he wants to take credit for restoring senior rebates after he eliminated them. He wants to take credit for restoring an earned income tax cut after he eliminated it. He wants to take credit for restoring property tax aid to schools after he slashed and burned funding to schools and municipalities. Today, the governor says he's adding money to property tax relief for schools. It is still less than total relief to schools when he took office. The reality is that this governor continues to talk about aid to school districts, aid to municipalities, but he continues to come up short on delivering those promises. The governor says that he is giving more money back than at any time. But if he has a 7% increase in revenue, if you heard what he said today about municipal aid, he said he is not cutting municipal aid. Well, that says he's not adding to municipal aid. In New Jersey, our tax structure is situated so that aid from the state to municipalities and school districts is direct relief to property taxpayers. And this governor continues to reward millionaires as opposed to giving that aid directly back to middle-class families and property taxpayers. Our colleagues on the other side of the aisle are leaping out of their chairs to take credit for giving middle-class families $70 back. And what I can't understand about this governor is that he doesn't understand a family like ours, the families that you see standing up here. We know that $70 for a middle-class family does not fill the tank on their minivan to carpool their kids. It doesn't help that family buy back-to-school clothes at that year. And as baseball season starts with 3 children, it doesn't buy cleats for all 3 kids. The reality is that he is ignoring the needs of those middle class and continuing to persuade and try to appeal to a national audience, and he is missing the point that in New Jersey, the tax crisis in this state is singularly property taxes.